Ever since the automobile was made accessible to the masses, car dealerships have been special places where desires, sweaty palms, and that new car smell are blended into an intoxicating elixir. Where else but in an automobile showroom can one experience that rush of emotions and realization of dreams?
I can remember the days when there was only 2 or 3 cars in the showroom and you didn't have full model representation there. Now the cars are inside. You're really turning it into a showcase experience when they can see their car all cleaned up and makes them feel good, and just an extension of that when they first walked in from the beginning.
Experiencing their own rush of emotions and realization of dreams, two brothers, John and Herman Weinberger, began their automotive journey in 1961 when they opened up a modest repair shop in Lyons, Illinois. And the Weinbergers' reputation for excellent service and quality workmanship spread quickly among sports car enthusiasts, and it wasn't long before the two brothers were approached by Triumph to open a new car dealership in 1962. Little did the Weinbergers know they had just started the seeding of what was to become an automotive giant.
That was such a great honor for us to be an authorized Triumph dealer. Oh my God, dealer? You know, me, her, with a plate, a license plate, everything.
John and Herman worked really hard. They truly worked hard, worked long hours. They sacrificed family time, they sacrificed their livelihood to start what they have. Arguing, disagreeing, yes, but at the same time, at the end of the day, they really respected each other and loved each other dearly.
And although these were both Weinbergers, okay, that I saw the relationship there. You had one guy, you know, who really was this visionary, almost at a breakneck pace. And then you had another one that had guidelines to stay within. That there was a common sense pullback a little bit between it all.
Ultimately, is that relationship building, and I think that they did right from the get-go, right in the beginning, that got them going in the right direction. And there was those genuine relationships that they had that ended up opening doors for them.
As the years went on, the brothers continued to grow their Continental operation with more new car franchises, including Toyota and Honda. It was also a learning time for John and Herman as they navigated through the ups and downs of business ownership.
But we were an import dealer, you know, and everybody thought we were a big import dealer because we had all this stuff, but it was a struggle. And we really didn't get going at all. And Herm was still making his 150 and I was making my 125. And we didn't really get going. We struggled for our paycheck.
It was during these years that they also began to realize the importance of good employee benefits and sound business practices.
And there are good people there out there. You got to find them. And you just don't want to hire them because they work for Ford and they're experienced at selling cars or whatever. It doesn't make him the right person that we want for our customers.
They're the ones. They are the ones that started it. Any customer touch point that we have within the organization, that's what we want our customers to feel. Is that what made us successful in the beginning?
In October of 1973, OPEC imposed an oil embargo on the United States, which resulted in the price of gas at the pumps skyrocketing from 30 cents a gallon to $1.20. The fuel efficiency of the Toyotas and Hondas of that generation made them the brand to own.
Why, everybody bought a Toyota overnight. I mean, we sold every Toyota we could get our hands on. We became famous by Friday, really, because all we do is call up and get more Toyotas and they'd sell them. And we didn't have any talent, but the people bought them, you know. And so we finally got a raise, I think, you know, because we were selling these cars.
Despite Continental's rapid growth, The Weinberger brothers remained committed to providing superior service and adhering to strong business ethics.
Good customer service to me it's important, it's an integral part of what we believe in. It's a philosophy Continental Motors Group has had for many, many years.
We have to follow that thread that they created. What that thread was really was taking care of the customer. That's what really I got from Dad and Herm, and what they really meant. They really cared for the customer, and I think that's what's made us successful.
This success gave John and Herman the opportunity to further expand their automotive franchises by adding Italian automaker Ferrari and another Japanese franchise, Datsun, known today as Nissan, to their lineup. However, for every successful franchise, there were others that didn't stand the test of time. These experiments included Di Tommaso, Peugeot, Fiat, Lancia, Jensen, and Bricklin, just to name a few. The mid-70s and 80s spawned automotive technological innovations and rising prosperity. By the mid-1980s, oil prices had fallen sharply, helping the revitalization of the auto industry. In 1986, American Honda Motor Corporation launched Acura, the first luxury nameplate from a Japanese automaker. In 1987, Continental became one of the original dealers for Acura, opening a new dealership in Lisle, Illinois. That same year, Chrysler bought American Motors, which produced the Jeep. This proved to be excellent timing for Continental to buy a Jeep franchise and take advantage of the sport utility vehicle boom.
And it was take a number in the showroom. It was busy, it was profitable, it was fun, it was exciting. People were coming to us to purchase their first Grand Cherokee, and it was phenomenal.
At this time, Continental truly became a family business. Herman's daughter Cheryl, along with John's two sons, Jay and Joel, were welcomed into the stores.
I often think, you know, you always need a mentor in a business, and I was lucky to have a guy like him that could be my mentor. My mentor was my father, okay, in business. That all makes sense to a son, and it worked for me.
If people keep telling me how much, you know, I'm kind of becoming, you know, my dad in a way, you know, certain mannerisms, certain things that I do. Certainly the passion for cars and racing, you know, that's something we've always shared, and it's really special to me.
To be part of the family business was like a nugget of gold. It's a little treasure. It was an opportunity.
These kids were so fortunate, you know, when you think about it, that we're able to still be in this business and have the kids be in the business, because otherwise, really, Herm and I would be looking at, well, let's just sell it, you know, and go on and go out to the farm, you know. But we're able to continue to work with our employees and our associates and have that fun of life and have our kids do it. I think it's the biggest favor God could give you, you know.
Yeah, it's great.
The Weinbergers continued building the business by adding Audi, Chevrolet, Maserati, Chrysler, and Scion to the list of franchises. However, in 1999, they recognized that Chevrolet was not a good fit, and the franchise was sold. It was a time of tremendous business growth. Continental Motors Group earned recognition as one of the top 100 privately owned companies in Chicago. It was at this time the Weinbergers were building new, state-of-the-art, environmentally friendly dealerships to accommodate the rapid growth in automotive technology and global energy concerns. The 2008 financial market crisis brought consumer spending to a halt. The recession rocked the auto industry like never before. Oil prices skyrocketed, and suddenly the MPG of a vehicle became the determining purchase factor for many consumers. In 2009, to combat the crisis, the United States government developed a program, Cash for Clunkers, which gave the auto industry a much-needed boost and encouraged consumers to return to the marketplace.
All the spade work we did before that in building relationships, you know, that's what made us solid through those rougher times, is because people still go back. They want to do business with people that they like and they trust. And so all the businesses that were built on a very unstable foundation of, you know, trying to maximize profit and quick sales and all that, a lot of those just crumbled.
Although the industry was struggling, in 2009, Continental was still moving forward by acquiring the assets of a bankrupt Mazda dealer in Naperville, and also by relocating and expanding the Toyota franchise to a brand new 103,000 square foot facility. Dampening that good news was the loss of the Chrysler Jeep franchise in the wake of the automaker's reorganization. But it wasn't long after, in December of 2010, Continental Motors Group acquired Mitsubishi to fill that void.
When we found out we were a terminated Chrysler Jeep dealer, that was probably the biggest letdown and the biggest disappointment and the hardest part I've encountered in the auto industry. It was really the most deflating time I've ever had. But because I'm part German and stubborn, I'm not going to let that take the best part, and that would be staying in business, utilizing the employees that we have. That's what's most important, and I think that's what keeps us alive and keeps Continental alive. And I won't take no for an answer.
Today, John's sons, Jay and Joel, along with Herman's daughter Cheryl, continue to carry on Continental's daily mission to create loyal customers, create a loyal and honest team of employees, make a fair return on investment, and support the local communities and charities that surround their dealerships.
I think it's imperative for companies like us to give back to the community. You know, the great thing was our Continental Cares donation last year. We actually gave 8 cars away last year to people in need, and we've gotten reports back now, you know, throughout the year that these cars are actually making a difference in these people's lives.
And when you see the look on the face of the recipients that got these 8 cars to be able to go to work with, it just warms the cockles of your heart.
Yeah, I thank all the people who worked on this, because that's a lot of work, and it's all, you know, it's all gratis. You know, they don't get paid. So
That's right. Yeah,
it's really something that this thing has come together this way.
50 years ago, 2 young men, without hesitation, began a business based on their passion for cars, good business principles, and customer service. And today, the Continental Motors Group is recognized as one of the top 125 dealer groups in the nation, with 8 locations throughout the western suburbs of Chicago and employing in excess of 500 people over these past 50 wonderful years.